Hi there, I'm Molly.
And I'm Jaymie, and this is our From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast.
For 15 years now, we've been proudly helping breeders promote hundreds of thousands of pedigree livestock with our easy-to-use animal management-driven website software.
And let's not forget about Hired Hand Live, where over $1 million worth of livestock is sold online each year.
We're excited to bring you market trends, sales data, advice from your fellow breeders, and stories from the ranch.
Our software makes managing your website and your animals a breeze, so you can focus on what you love.
So let us handle your digital chores while you tune in to another episode of From the Pasture with Hired Hand.
Today, we're talking about the upcoming TLBT Senior Sale. Our guests, Ava Miller, Sarah Danley, and Savannah Duncan, will give us an inside look at the cattle and other details for the weekend. Be sure to visit hiredhandlive.com, where you can view all the consignments, get detailed information, and place your bids. You can also check out the consigners' websites powered by Hired Hand software to learn more about their program. If you're excited to hear about the outstanding Longhorns headed to the sale ring, stay tuned. We've got the full rundown. Well, welcome, girls. Thanks for joining us on our podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Is this the first time podcasting for everyone?
It is.
Yes.
So I'm sure nerves are maybe just a little bit high right now.
Definitely.
Yes.
Well, can you each take a second and introduce yourselves? Tell us a little bit about you, how long you've had Longhorns, your family's had Longhorns, and maybe your role in the TLBT.
Absolutely. I'll start off. I'm Ava Miller. I have SHR Mustang Sally in the Senior Sale. I've kind of had a unique experience when it comes to being involved in the Longhorns. It's not a family thing for me, although I've grown a family while being in it. I've been around them for almost 3 years, but shown for longer than that. I've grown a family in the Snuff Ridge Herman Ranch. Although none of us are related, we definitely feel like a family now. I joined as soon as I could, really, as soon as I knew what it was about and how it could help me throughout really life in general. And I've had a really good time doing that, just participating in different shows and the Gold Merit, livestock judging at the Junior Nationals, all different kinds of things. Just had a really good experience.
My name is Sarah Danley, and my family and I have been raising and breeding Texas Longhorn since 2016. I have TJD Safari Sky in the Senior Sale, and I've been an active member of the TLBT for at least 8 years, where I've shown cattle across the country.
My name is Savannah Duncan. I've been showing since about late 2015. I've served multiple positions on the TLBT board for the past 2 years as being senior director, as well being in the fundraising committee for the TLBT. With being in it for so long, I have definitely made so many good memories and so many good friends. Yeah, it's been very, very fun.
So for those people that may not know what the TLBT is, can one of you take a second to explain what it is?
Sure. The TLBT is a really great organization designated toward the youth interested in the Texas Longhorns. They kind of train the youth to be passionate about them and learn to advocate for this breed, as well as just grow different life skills that you can use really throughout anything that you do in life.
So, Ava, I know you said that you didn't grow up with Longhorns, but you now found, your family within the Longhorn community with Snuff Ridge. How did you even hear about the TLBT to get involved?
So I started out actually working for Ben and Cookie at Snuff Ridge and just halter breaking. I had experience previously with working with cattle through a common contact, just learned about them and was introduced to them and was like, sure, I'll start halter breaking, even though I know nothing about Longhorns. I have experience with cattle. So I just started out doing that, and eventually they came to me and asked if I wanted to show with them, and I did, and I've had a great time since then. And as soon as I was actually registered as a TLBT or had a membership because of Cookie, she just put me in it, and I was like, great, that sounds awesome, and kind of have grown my experience and activity since then by just doing.
So in order to be part of the TLBT, is there a certain age range that you need to fall within?
Yes, it's newborns to 18 years old. As long as you're under 18, you can be a member.
18 or graduated from high school?
On the website, it says 18, but I know that you have to be in high school, especially based on the senior sale, because it, targets towards the seniors in high school. So after that, I know that you kind of aren't qualified as a youth anymore.
Yep. So Sarah, can you tell us what values or skills that the TLBT aims to instill in its members?
The TLBT skills and values that they encourage us to use are leadership, teamwork, work ethic, and livestock management.
Do you find it easier to practice or, use some of those skills than others?
Yes, ma'am. I got to attend the Baker's camp, the Sunrise camp, and they helped me with my confidence in talking to other people.
Yeah, that's definitely a life skill that will come in handy as you get older and go into college and meet all new people and, even beyond college.
Yes, ma'am.
Savannah, can you tell us what kind of support the members receive, whether it's through mentorship, financial, educational?
Yes. So, of course, we have a lot of scholarships that we offer through the affiliates, like West Texas and North Texas. Basically, all of our Texas and Oklahoma affiliates, I know for sure, give out scholarships. And then also, we are such a small community anyway than the other cattle breeds. So we're all basically like a family, even outside of the shows. There's been multiple times where like our trailer has been messed up and we need a ride home, and we'll call some of our Longhorn friends and they'll pick us up and help us. Just many different ways of support, kind of like that.
I know I've heard many people say that, just even as people are driving across the country, if they ever need anything and they're not in an area that's familiar with them and there's another Longhorn breeder, I think every person I've ever talked to has said that somebody will jump up and help. So it's definitely a nice community to be involved in.
Yes, ma'am.
What other activities do you all do throughout the year?
We have, like Sarah said, our showmanship camps like the Bakers, and I know Stephen and Kim Head host one. And then we also have some of our, like, if you do join one of our youth boards through either one of the affiliates or through the TLBT, we do have the leadership camps, which gives other opportunities to learn leadership activities. And we have so many futurities throughout the year that are very fun to go to anyway. Even if you don't show those kind of cattle or you didn't bring any, it's just very fun to go to.
How many members would you say the TLBT has?
I think there's about 150 to 200 members.
Very nice. And that's ranging anywhere from infant to, like we said, high school student, senior. Well, I feel like we could talk about the TLBT in general for quite a while. But today we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about the senior sale, and I guess the whole weekend for the World Show. So we'll start with Wednesday when the cattle arrive. What other event is happening on Wednesday?
That's going to be the TLBT livestock judging. That's a really good event to do, really, for anyone who just wants to learn more about the good qualities of the Longhorn cattle. I participated in that event last year for really the first time because it was my first World Show to go to. I did have to brag on myself here a little bit. I ended up winning the livestock judging competition. And the one thing that I would have to say is go with your gut if you're going to do it. Most people, you see those cattle and I like this one, and this one. Well, place it like that because you trust your gut. And if you go with that, chances are you're going to do pretty good. It's always a good thing. And I would really suggest for anyone who's interested in it to participate in.
So for those people that are thinking about participating and they may be a little bit nervous about, participating in the judging for the first time, do you have any tips for them beyond the, go with your gut? Like, are there specific things that you try to look for?
Definitely. It definitely differs between the bull, steers, and females, really in whatever breed that you're going to look at. But if you have cattle, chances are you at least know some of the decent or the qualities that you look for in the cattle. Definitely structure, definitely horn, always horn. The color, just really, you're going to find your first and your last place. Usually. You can usually pick those two out, and just go from there. Just see what you like, know really what most people will like, and go from there.
And do you know what time that starts on Wednesday?
Yeah, it usually starts at 5 every year.
Okay. And with all of these events, is this something that you need to sign up for in advance, or can you just sign up when you arrive?
You can sign up when you arrive.
Okay. So that's on Wednesday. Let's move on to Thursday. It seems like Thursday is a jam-packed day full of lots of events. What happens right away in the morning?
The TLBT show ring procedure group photo. We all just like to get together and get in a nice picture.
It's nice to get that out of the way at the beginning of the day while everyone's still fresh and looking nice.
Yes.
And then I think the next event starts about 8:30.
Yes, we usually start off with our national anthem and our flag procedure. And then we have our Pee Wee showmanship right in the beginning. And then we continue on with the regular show, like females, bulls, and steers. And then after that, we have showmanship for the juniors, intermediates, teens, and seniors. And then throughout the day, we have our quiz bowl. It's just any time throughout the day on Thursday, if you can get in there and do it, you definitely should. And then we have the TLBT prize shop as well, which is, I think it's like 2nd through 5th, I want to say. You get a little voucher and you go to the prize shop table, and there's various things on there like keychains, show sticks. We've had show halters some years, and just various things for like equipment for shows mainly.
For those people that are not familiar with the Quiz Bowl, can one of you explain in more detail what that's about?
Absolutely. So the quiz bowl is going to be just questions based on the TLBAA in general, kind of the history of it and the current happenings. If I'm correct about this, the questions that are included in the quiz bowl were in the magazines sent out throughout the year. So if you study those really good, that ups your chances of doing well in the quiz bowl. I can say I did it for the first time last year, and it was not easy. I did not know the answer to most of the questions, especially the free response ones, but it was really good to do. It helped me learn more about the TLBAA and just everything about it, really.
To add on to what Ava said, she did it for the first time last year, and because my parents are definitely the type of people where they're like, go ahead and do everything. Like, just go ahead, do it. And so I've been doing the Quiz Bowl since it's been around, or since I've been in the TLBT. And it is very fun for me because I'm just a competitive person in general. Usually, me and my friends will talk about all the questions and stuff and what we said, or just compare our answers. And then when it comes banquet time to find out, who won or who placed, it's very fun and interesting to see, like, oh, well, especially for the free response questions where there's not like an ABCD, it's very interesting to see like whose answers were more detailed or anything like that.
It sounds like a fun event to have throughout the day. Maybe just a little relief from some more of the more serious parts of the weekend that happen. So do you get points from the Quiz Bowl that you can use in the prize shop?
No, you don't. The Quiz Bowl is like a whole separate thing from the show itself. So at the banquet, when they announce all the awards, they'll announce who won in each division from 1st through 3rd. And I think usually every year the prize has been like a cowhide pillow. And I know one year it was a boot bag. It's just various different prizes that you can get.
Again, to add on to Savannah, the one thing it does help you with is it qualifies you for the Premier Showman Award at the banquet. The points from that will add into the points from your placement throughout the weekend, your livestock judging, and things like that help you qualify and be able to compete for the Premier Showman Award.
And now let's hear from our advertisers.
Looking for top quality Longhorns and a taste of true Texas spirit? Look no further than Cantera Cattle Company. Our passion for Longhorn shines at Old Gringo Ranch, where tradition meets excellence. Visit us online at CanterraCattleCompany.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest updates and ranch life fun. Ready to experience it yourself? Schedule your visit by emailing canterracattle@gmail.com. Remember, God is great, Longhorns are good, and life is crazy.
Planning a live auction and want to reach more buyers? Hired Hand Live brings the power of the internet to your event, allowing bidders from anywhere to participate in real time. We specialize in integrating online bidding seamlessly with your live auction, ensuring that no one misses out.
Your livestock plus our technical expertise equals one successful auction. Let Hired Hand Live help you expand your reach and maximize your results. Visit hiredhandlive.com to learn more.
From the Pasture by Hired Hand is presented by R3 Hilltop Ranch. Located in Chilton, Texas, R3 Hilltop Ranch has been breeding registered Texas Longhorns since 2006. What began as 3 heifers has grown into our current herd, which you can explore on our website at r3hilltop.com. We're passionate about loud colors, longhorns, and docile temperaments, but it's the easy-keeping, low-maintenance traits of Texas Longhorns that initially attracted us and continue to drive our herd growth. In addition to livestock, we proudly offer certified Longhorn beef products. Visit r3hilltop.com/beef to learn more. Thank you for listening and enjoy exploring our ranch online at r3hilltop.com.
Okay, so that takes care of Thursday. Friday is another day that seems to be another full day of events. Let's start right away in the morning. I think the very first thing that happens is at 7:30.
Yes, we have breakfast in the barn. I forget what they do every year. It's usually something along the lines of donuts or breakfast burritos, and most everyone is down with free food. And then I think right after that at 8:00, it starts with Gold Merit Competition, which is a public speaking competition. And it's based off of one of your show projects throughout the year. And I'm using my senior sale this year, Fly You by Sharona, as my project. That usually takes a good portion of the day. And the Gold Merit competition, it is public speaking, but then there is an interview afterwards. It's very nerve-wracking, but it is a very good thing to learn how to do and be skillful at. And then after the Gold Merit competition, there is a non-haltered show with trophy steers, and it's basically what it sounds like. It's a non-haltered show where cows go in there and they run around, and you have to judge them without them being, without a showman making them look their best. After that is the senior sale, which is what we're going to be talking about today. And then after that is the TLBT membership meeting, which we usually gather around and we do the voting for our new upcoming officers for the preceding year. And we also play games and just talk about all of our business that we've done throughout this show season. And yeah, that sums up Friday.
Ava and Sarah, are you both participating in the Gold Merit competition?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to talk about what you're doing?
I'm as well going to be using my senior sale, SHR Mustang Sally. Mostly just talking about the impact that she's had on me from the marketing her, which has kind of sparked my passion for the marketing and driven me towards my chosen major in college, and just the relationship that I've built with her.
Sarah, what about you?
Yes, ma'am. I'll be using my senior sale as well.
Is that pretty common for seniors to use their senior sale to do that with their Gold Merit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's now move on to Saturday. It starts again right away in the morning at 8:30.
Yes, it does. It starts at 8:30 with the open haltered show. That's going to be all of your standards and your miniatures. That'll go pretty much the whole day. It'll be busy, jam-packed, depending on how many cattle you brought to the show. And then at 7 p.m., we're going to have the banquet. That's going to have all the prizes. You'll get to know if you did well in Quiz Bowl, like Savannah was saying earlier. You'll learn the livestock judging results, the premier showman, and then they will award all the top 10 from the cattle, bulls, heifers, steers, all the things to showmen too.
And then on Sunday, it looks like all the cattle have to be out by noon, and then everyone can go home and hopefully get some rest from those 3 busy days.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So usually at this point in the podcast, we play a little game of catalog roulette where we pick some animals that we're going to talk about from the sale. But what we're going to do with the 3 of you is we're just going to go ahead and talk about all the animals that you have in the sale. I believe there's 14 of them. So let's go ahead and we'll start with lot 1. Who would like to go first? Ava?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
So lot 1 is going to be Cavalry Top Dollar. She's going to be Tatum Tolley's heifer. She's a super maternal female. I believe she's a class 5, if I remember correctly. I think she shows a lot of really cool potential. Body-wise, color-wise, horn-wise, I think she's going to be a really cool female and hopefully bring some good money to Tatum in the sale.
We'll move on to lot 2. Sarah, you want to tell us about her?
Yes, ma'am. This is LR Pima Mar Akopa CP. Sorry if I said that wrong. This is a Sand Dollar Discovery heifer out of Wine's Edge CP. She's a very broody heifer and has done well for Daniel Neese in the show ring.
Sarah, you want to take lot 3?
This heifer is Emma Christensen's heifer, 3F Yellowstone's Luna. She's a class 8. She's out of the bull PCC Yellowstone out of GD Black Market. She's not exposed, and she's placed first in class at the Lano Roundup and senior champion at the Lano Roundup.
So lot 4 is 5G Splash of Pepper. She is exposed to Texas Rooster CP. She's out of TLOA I don't know how to say that. And Smiley Miley, her birthday is 5/11/2023. And she's placed pretty evenly, like middle to top of her class throughout the shows. So that's all about Miss Splash of Pepper.
All right, well, I can do lot 5. That's going to be Annie Oakley CP. She's Abby Mason's heifer. She's a big, stout, and smooth female. She has done super good in all of her classes. Pretty much every show that she's gone to, I believe she's stood super strong in her classes. I know that she got grand champion in the open show, if I'm not mistaken, at the what show was that? It was in Navasota. It was the Gulf Coast show, the spring show. She got grand there, which was awesome. I know, super exciting for Abby. She has a super appealing color that I think will just draw the attention when it comes to sale time and hopefully do good for her as well.
The next lot is my lot, TJD Safari Sky. She has been exposed to Nitty Gritty CP from April 1st, and she'll be taken off of him the day before World, so June 17th. She's placed junior champion in the Open at Fort Worth Stock Show, first place in both youth and open classes at Fort Worth, and second place at Houston. She's a Discovery Skywalker CP daughter out of CO Grand Safari, which goes back to JP Grand Ritchie and Bell Jumper.
Okay, the next lot is my lot, Miss Fly You by Sharona. She is a Chaparral Shindig and Cisco's Hot Loretta daughter, born on February 15th of 2024. She is not exposed, however, her sale does come with a free breeding to Perpetua James. The breeding fee is for free, but the holding fee does not come with the sale. Her placings, she has about 12 titles to her name, one of them being Grand Champion Female in the open show at the Arklatex Fall Show. She is so sweet. She is like my little puppy dog. And she's been in Pee Wee showmanship with a little 4-year-old, I think it was. So that just proves her personality does really show. She is very big and bold in how she's built, and she's very long-bodied, and her mom goes back to JP Rio Grande as well. So you do kind of get the more kind of quote-unquote fat cow side and then the more horn side as well.
Okay, and then lot 8, that is going to be SKH Firechild by Natalie Stewart. She's been a good heifer for her. I know she's produced some really good winnings in the show ring. State Fair Louisiana, she got, I want to say it was grand champion overall in the non-haltered show. She has some really cool color on her that I think will transfer onto her calves one day once she starts in production. I can't confidently say if she's bred, but I know that she has been a good heifer with some good outcomes for her.
Lot 9 is Owen Cromwell's CK Shiloh's Ginger. She is a Shiloh Czech 005 daughter out of TLS Ginger. She is exposed to High Safari LP, which is a rural safari son out of High Heels 220. She placed reserve in Oak Ridge Extravaganza, and she looks like a very flashy heifer with a lot of horn growth.
And then lot 10 is HC Halo's Calypso. This is Matthew Mann's Senior Sale. She is not exposed, and she's consistently placed top 10 for Class 3. She's a March 2024 heifer. From what I can tell, she has she looks like she's roaning out in a blue roan, and I'm very excited to see her in the sale with Matthew.
All right. Lot 11 is Rowdy Tari. This is Callista Davis. I apologize if I did not pronounce your name correctly. She has a very nice color on her, too. I remember this heifer, I really do. I believe she placed first in her class at Houston, if I'm correct about that. I think she can be a really good heifer one day with some broodiness to her and just really correct in her structure. I mean, you have to be if you're going to compete at Houston at all. I think that right there, that class win will bring some attention to her in the sale and hopefully, again, just be successful for her and bring her some good money for her future.
Lot 12 is James Paul's Rossler with TB Mini Quinny. She is a Velocity's Edge 10 bar daughter out of TB Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn was a senior cow last year, and she has done amazing throughout her whole show career, shown by Megan Bush. She's not exposed, but I'm very excited for JP and his heifer in the sale.
And then lot 13 is Mustang Sally. So Ava, I know me and Sarah got to talk about our senior sales. I think it's only fair if you do too.
Yes, this is the one that I can confidently tell you everything about. So this is SHR Mustang Sally. She was born August 15th of 2023. She has been an incredible heifer. In the beginning, we had our, disputes, whatever. She's a heifer. We worked through those, but she's been super successful so far. She got reserve grand champion, judged by Russell Fairchild, a few weeks ago now. She's consistently done well in her division and in her class. I was told that Houston, she was placed fourth in her very large class of 13, I believe. And I was told that she was the best that he's ever seen of her type and kind. So I'll take that as a win. She is confirmed bred to Done Wired Up and due in August. So when you buy her, you get her in a calf. So it's buy one, get one free for the most part. She has some really, really cool genetics in her, especially on her dad's side. So she has Done Got Double Lucky or Junior, and then Done Lucky Dice as well. So you're going to get a really cool feminine heifer with some incredible horn growth if that's what you're looking for.
And then lot 14, our very last lot, is Perpetua St. Gianna. And this is Luke Warminski's senior sale. She's out of HD Hornet and Luke's Lena CP, which, if I am correct, I think Luke's Lena CP was Luke's first heifer, which is a little sentimental. She will have a calf by side sired by Perpetua St. Damien, which is a black and white bull from world champion WRS Mama's Real Deal. Throughout her class, I'm pretty sure she's done consistently well. At Fort Worth Stock Show, John Gevlinger said she's really bold in terms of her rib shape and very softly made. And she's been impressing judges across the circuit during her career.
I know we talked earlier about the TLBT and the role and what it's done for you in your lives, can you also share with us your plans after high school, after you graduate?
For sure. I'll start us off here. I'm attending Tarleton State University in the fall to major in agriculture communications. I really just plan on growing myself and my ability to advocate for the agriculture industry as well as the Longhorn breed. I want to commit my life to basically spreading the knowledge about agriculture and just the incredible things that it does for our world. My goal is to do marketing for major livestock shows in Texas and eventually, and maybe just on the side, smaller ranches and farms to promote them and help them become more well known, and really just do everything I can to promote this incredible industry.
This upcoming school year, I've decided to attend Lubbock Christian University and major in agribusiness with the emphasis of business. And I plan on continuing to raise and breed Texas Longhorn along with being a crop insurance agent to help farmers protect their crops for their future.
And just like Ava, I will also be attending Tarleton State University this fall for agricultural education. I've learned over my years of showing that I absolutely love educating people on cattle and what I love to do. And this is like a little side story of kind of how I secured that I did want to be an ag teacher was my boyfriend, JP Rosler, who's also a senior this year. He kind of wanted some showmanship tips because he really wanted to get a senior showmanship win. And so I kind of gave him some tips and like kind of coached him throughout this year. And now he's winning over me in showmanship, which I'm super proud of him. And anytime he does win like second, and he's gotten first once, I think, I'm just so proud of him. And I'm not even upset at all that, he beat me and whatever. I'm just super happy for him that I kind of made him have a passion for showmanship in a way that he didn't have before. And I kind of want to do that for other kids as well.
If there's somebody who is thinking about joining the TLBT and they're kind of on the fence on whether they want to join or whether they don't want to join, what would you say to them?
My first reaction would be do it. There is absolutely no negatives that come from it whatsoever. The only thing that you're going to gain is positives. If you become involved, if you become involved early enough, you become eligible to do the senior sale when you're a senior. And that really doesn't do anything except for help you. You get the experience with the marketing and the talking to people. I mean, I would have been able to do this if it wasn't for the TLBT. Really, it's just going to, it's going to help you in more ways than you could imagine.
Savannah or Sarah, do you have anything to add?
If you're passionate about Longhorns, then this is the perfect place to join.
Yes, I 100% agree. A lot of people have had multiple, just great experiences with it. You not only learn the responsibilities of caring for something, but you also kind of mature more, not faster, but a little bit than other people who aren't in ag, because you get to learn those skills of talking to people and not being afraid to step out of your comfort zone very early on.
Who should people contact if they do want to take that step and join?
I would definitely say any of our board members or officer team, whatever you want to call it. Our wonderful president, Sheridan, she is always going to be willing to help you, and any of the other board members that are also involved with her. You can also visit the website or really talk to anyone that is a TLBT member. We're all willing to help.
Yes. For the direct person to contact, I would say Miss Pam Robinson. She will basically get you in there really fast. And even if you're at a show and you're not a TLBT member, she will get you in and be a member right away.
Well, is there anything that we have not talked about from the weekend or the sale that you want to make people aware of?
Can't think of anything.
Bring your little napkins for tears, because we're all going to be crying.
I'm sure it's going to be a long weekend, but it'll be a fun weekend, and I'm sure emotions will be high as well. It's the final thing for your senior year, is the final thing for many things, and It's sad, but it's also exciting because you get to move on to the next stage in your life. Well, thank you, ladies, for joining us, and be sure to check out the TLBT Senior Sale consignments ahead of sale day and follow us for more updates. Until next time.
Overwhelmed with your digital chores? Let us lend a hand. From websites and animal management to internet auctions, graphic design, marketing, search engine optimization, and more, Hired Hand Software is your hired hand for all things digital.
Specializing in pedigree, livestock, breeds, and beyond, we handle the tech so you can focus on the animals you love. Visit hiredhandsoftware.com today, where your digital chores just got a whole lot easier.